Welcome for the first time today to the 34th Annual Men's and Mixed Netball Championships, coming to you live from the Janaya Centre in Sydney Olympic Park. We had semi-final day here and we have an absolute cracker for you today. Straight up, first on the coverage is the Open Men's 1v2 major semi-final. Winner goes through the grand final. Loser gets another bite of the cherry later on tonight. My name is Dave Mills, coming to you live for AMNA Live TV. Joining me in commentary, Sydney Swift's absolute legend, diamond legend, Paige Hadley. Paige, you saw some men's netball last night. This is 1v2. Early thoughts on the game?
Oh, I'm really excited. I think just the warm-up, the intensity is really, really high, and obviously being a Queensland New South Wales game, it's obviously going to be very intense.
For the viewers at home, I bleed maroon.
And
Paige bleeds blue. It could get a bit feisty. If you don't see Paige later on in the coverage, things are going wrong for Queensland. She's been asked to leave. Check's been cancelled. Absolutely. This will be a great match. They played twice before, Paige. They played in round 5 a couple of days ago, and New South Wales, it was even for the first half. And then in the third quarter, New South Wales just put the pedal to the metal, got up by 11 and ended up winning by 11, 54-43. Then they played just last night in the very last game of the prelims. It was a bit of a nothing game. Both coaches were playing Ducks and Drakes. New South Wales eventual winners 59-45. So I don't know if we can read much into that result, but definitely the result earlier on. So, and you're excited to see the two 7-footers?
Oh, I'm very excited. I don't know how they're going to be stopped. But yeah, I think obviously just watching them and the intensity and the speed is electric. So I can't wait to watch. I think it's going to be a great battle. Well,
actually, they're going to probably be stopping each other because Junior Levy's lining up a goalkeeper for Queensland. He'll be on Patrick Pillay, who is going to be the shooter. So I'll go through the Queensland lineup first. Lachlan Carter, the shooter. Stephen Kerr, the goal attack. Matt Atkins, who's been dodging a bit of a knee injury and calf injury all week. He's in wing attack. Phil Carter in at centre. WD's Glenn Ormishan. Caleb Meredith, the GD. And the aforementioned Junior Levy, probably the best player in the country, and as far as I'm concerned, is that goalkeeper. For New South Wales, would you like to read it out, since you're from New South Wales?
So we've got Pat Pillay at goal shooter.
Dodgy. He's dodgy. Yeah,
he's the best player, isn't he?
Eugene Lee at WGA. Patrick Jensen at the WA. Liam Focadella at centre. Slats at the WD. Tim Ware-Tiari at GD. And Josh Byron, the leaping Josh Byron at goalkeeper. I'm excited for this match. Should be a cracker. The umpires are in position. The centre pass has been taken. Umpires for this match, Renee Marshall, Stuart Ting, and the reserve is Amy Winchcombe. This will be a cracker. Queensland with the first centre. Stephen Kerr, the experienced Stephen Kerr, takes a shot, misses. Carter can't get the rebound. New South Wales on transition early. Wow, we're in for a cracker, Paige.
Absolutely. I think the Hops in that defending circle for New South Wales got that rebound there, so obviously the nerves are going to be high coming into a final.
Jensen looking for Lee or Pillay here. Finds Lee. Cheap foul from Queensland. Steps in, takes a shot. Levy, will he get up? No, he won't. Great blocking out there by Junior Levi. Page. Didn't let Patrick get anywhere near the circle?
Yeah, I think obviously he's going to shoot under the post, so if he can keep him as high as possible, that's what their aim's going to be.
So you see that as a key?
Yeah, definitely keeping him up. Obviously he's going to shoot 90% of his balls from under the post.
Oh, controversial call straight up. Got him for the downward arc. We've talked about this. Even we talked about it with you last night. The hardest call in netball is probably to call the downward arc at present. And that one there, 50-50 call going New South Wales way, of course. Home crowd, home commentator. Josh Byron, the intercept. Great start by New South Wales. Chance to go 3 up early stages. Yep, so. Pillay again. He's stepped in. No, got him for obstruction. And third time lucky, Patrick Pillay. New South Wales, the dream start, 3-0, Paige. That's what you'd be hoping for?
Yeah, exactly. I think Pillay is going to be careful just on that. If Levi's got his hands up first, he can't just obviously do the jump shot every time. So we'll see how that pans out. But yeah, the intensity from New South Wales is definitely there early on. So
important that Junior Levy gets the guy off his spot. Would that be a fair call?
Yeah, definitely. I think you want to keep him as wide and as high as possible.
Absolutely. He's on the floor now, thanks to
Junior. It's a long way down.
It is indeed. We'll have to get a bit of filler for the floor, I think. So just for the viewers at home, Junior Levy comes in at 219 centimetres, Patrick Pillay at 211. They are the two big men of Australian netball. Pillay got arms like my thighs. Junior Levy moves like a mid-quarter. It is an incredible matchup. Queensland starting nervously here, down by 4, another turnover, that time in the mid-court. So New South Wales setting. Oh, Levy couldn't get up. Caught behind again. He's trying to push through, surely. He's got the obstruction call. Another 50-50 in my opinion, but a dream start for New South Wales. We played 3.5, and they are 4-0 up. Sorry, 2.5, and they're 4-0 up. Is this what you expected, Paige? No,
definitely not. Obviously, New South Wales have come to play. I think once Queensland get their first goal on the ball, I think on the board they'll be fine. So they've got to settle early, though. They've got to settle it really quickly.
So in case you missed the start of the commentary, this is the 1v2 major semi-final winner, straight through to tomorrow. Loser 8:15 tonight and they'll be playing the winner of Victoria and WA, which we will try and keep you up to date with the scores on. And it's 5-4 WA early. They played 4.5. They're slightly ahead of us, and that's 5-4 WA at present. So Lachlan Carter first job. Josh Byron, they got him for the downward arc. That man's got some hops. Have you seen Josh play before?
No, I haven't.
Probably.
Actually.
I believe he'd have the biggest vertical leap here. He just goes straight up. It's incredible. Gets literally his forearm over the ring at times.
Well, I was told last night to play in this, you've got to have hops. So.
Who told you that?
That was my MVP. That was my MVP.
Ah, you're referring, of course, to Billy Mayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the mixed game that we did earlier last night. So. Patrick Pillay, all too easy for New South Wales at present. It's 7-1. The score, we're slightly behind on the official scoreboard, 7-1 at present. We've played 4, and New South Wales have come out of the blocks firing. Queensland looking a little bit dishevelled up in the front end at present, having to go back to Meredith. We've got a call. Atkins hasn't seen a lot of the court. He's been carrying a calf injury and a niggling knee injury. Yesterday we saw Jackson Ritchie hurt himself in one of the games. Paige, you weren't here. He looked like he had a knee injury. The condition on Jackson is he's listed as doubtful. It's not an ACL, they don't think. He's had an MRI, waiting for the confirmation on the results, but all the sports trainers are telling me it's not a serious knee injury.
Yep.
Whether he can get him back for today he's listed as doubtful.
Well, it's great news. That's nothing serious, though.
Yeah, we're hoping so. So he's an exceptional talent.
That was a great move by Levi. I think he needs to get around. Obviously, every time.
Meredith chased that down as well. You're right, he's got to get around,
Get around, have a crack at the ball in the front.
Sorry for cutting you off there.
That's all right.
So, Kerr, experienced Stephen Kerr, trying to get this front end looking a little bit cleaner, and it has worked this occasion. Well, just like that, Queensland, nope, they've missed the shot. Now they've got the shot. So Queensland back to within 4, 7-3. They seem to have settled now. Queensland centre next. This is an important one, Paige Hadley.
Yeah, definitely. They want to convert on their own centre passes, and anything after that is a bonus. So if they can convert that, it's back to a 3-goal game.
3 goals, nothing.
I know.
You told me that.
I would know.
So, and you look like you've just showered. You come from training this morning?
Yeah, I had a tough sesh this morning, gym and conditioning, so.
Jeepers, the life of the professional netball athlete.
Now straight into the commentary box.
Earning the big bucks, Paige Hadley. So again, Carter struggling to get it in against the pressure of Josh Byron. So
yeah, his timing on his vertical jump is impeccable.
Yeah, he is an exceptional athlete. Currently in the Australian 23 Sonic side, the man has got some elevation.
So he's only still under 23s?
He's still eligible, I believe, yes. So
there could be a chance at both?
No, the tour's exactly the same time, so he'll probably nominate for Opens. If he gets picked up by Opens, then that's great for him. If he doesn't, then I'm sure the 23 selectors would look at him.
A lot of potential.
They're not crazy, so I'm sure. I'm confident he'll make one of the two sides. So I'm not giving any away trade secrets there. So obstruction, Glenn Ormishan. This is Glenn's 5th year in the Queensland side. And nice shot there by Eugene Lee. So both teams seem to have settled, Paige.
Yeah, definitely. I said as soon as Queensland got one on the board, they'd get into it. I think that's exactly what they've done. They're back in it. It's anyone's game from here on in.
Nice delivery by Kerr to Lachlan Carter. His brother Phillips playing centre. And the shot.
I'm just intrigued by his shot action. He just jumps up and pops it in.
It's one of the ugliest shots in netball, but it's one of the most effective. So
why not?
Yeah, we're not. We've had Lockie in the program a while, and we're just working with what he's got, and he has come along in leaps and bounds. He's come from the Australian mixed team as well, so he's now made the transition back to men's. So exciting times ahead for Queensland. Levy got him on the hand there. He's not happy. I think Junior's a bit concerned with the way Pelio's backing into him and not getting called for it, so he's getting a little frustrated. Eugene Lee, the long shot. Oh, unfortunately.
Smallest one in there, gets the rebound.
Levy couldn't get up high enough for that one. Might have had a bit of help from the hand of Pellier. So.
Yeah, Lee's really trying to work the front of the circle, so it opens up Pellier more to the post. So He's doing a job at the moment. As we said, Pillier wants to shoot from under the post.
Forced feed in there. Well done. Queensland ball. Oh, no. Obviously came off Meredith last. So they're actually making New South Wales work now for the ball. It was at the start of the game, it was bang, bang, bang in.
Yeah.
Lee makes it look easy though. 9-5 to the New South Wales Blues. Paige Hadley's happy.
I am.
I'll be crying shortly.
It's only early days though.
Yeah, 3 letters. 3 words for you, Paige. State of origin. That's all I'm saying.
We're talking netball here.
Oh, I've been shut down. My co-commentator, Paige Hadley, Australian Diamond, just shut me down. So, and we have Stephen Kerr looking for the feed. Kicks it out to Carter. Back to Kerr.
Oh,
Atkins
great.
pocketed by the Slattery. Adam Slattery, he just made that look so easy, didn't he?
Yeah, that was impeccable timing.
Yeah.
Come around on that occasion.
Heath Brown, the former Australian 23s coach, describes Slattery as the best athlete he reckons at all these championships. So that's a fair rap coming from one of our better coaches.
It's a positive compliment for you.
Absolutely. So Hillier sitting at the top. Eugene Lee playing like a wing at the moment. Needs to be picked up. Meredith didn't pick him up quick enough. Hill at the shot. And hurts Queensland. That turnover hurts. Just in a blink of an eye, we're back out to a 6-point lead to New South Wales.
Yeah, the hardest thing with Queensland at the moment is that Lee's not afraid to shoot. So if you double team Pillier, Lee's going to take the ball to the post. So we've got to get off the body early.
That's a risky pass with Josh Byron in there. You wouldn't be throwing a lob into where he is. And yet we've done another one. So this time Carter comes to the party, gets the goal, 11-6. So who's the tallest in your league? It is Romelda?
I think this year will actually be Janelle Fowler.
Oh,
so also a Jamaican, but both of them are just as tall as each other, I'd say.
Absolutely.
Just as hard to play against.
Indeed. Pillier got him for a step. He was trying to be a bit fancy there. Trying to get the foul, and he made a footwork call. No argument from Pillier, must have done it. So again, Slattery huntering around there, trying to get that ball. So Ormishan, Carter, first year in the open side.
Oh,
Byron is just all over Carter in the circle at the moment, making it very difficult for him.
you think it's going to get there, and then he just, incredible timing, just comes up and takes a knock.
Absolutely.
He doesn't get 2 hands on it, just one tip, and it falls into the way of New South Wales all the time.
Quick feet there shown by Pillier. Now that is a skill that he didn't display a few years ago, and that's where his coach, she's only been with the New South Wales side for 2 years, Teresa Terreri, and that has improved Patrick's aim out of sight.
Well, they enjoyed that. As soon as he did that double play, they were clapping.
Absolutely.
So it must be a play.
So he's been in the New South Wales side 4 or 5 years, but has had a bit of an issue with footwork. We've got an early change here for New South Wales. Glassey's coming on for the, looks like no, Josh Byron's coming off. Must have got a knock in that tumble he took with Carter. Doesn't look terribly serious.
We hope he's back though.
Absolutely, that is a massive, massive thing for New South Wales. This could be the opportunity that Queensland are looking for. Having said that, Glassey, an Australian player as well. So we've just replaced an Australian 23 with another Australian Open player. So not a big loss of a different style of game. He'll be more body on as opposed to Byron, who's obviously superb in the air. We'll keep an eye on that. He's got his foot.
Left ankle at this stage?
Yeah, he's taking the shoe off. It might be the left ankle. He might have had a little roll there. He's just getting some strapping. So we don't think it's terribly serious. I do believe he'll be back. So, but Taylor Glassey now into the spot.
Good opportunity.
Of goalkeeper. Or did he go to goal defence? No, he went to goal defence. Sorry, my apologies. And Tim Terry has gone to keeper. Eugene Lee, another shot. Misses this time. Patrick was out, had a foot on the line. Must have that shoelace. Those pesky shoelaces. So we've got 3 to play. A little bit of intensity's just dropped, hasn't it, since the injury to Josh Byron. So, but New South Wales still by 7.
Yeah, a few turnovers by both teams.
And Phil Carter on the drive, back to Ormishan. Looking back to Carter. There's not a lot happening for her. Now Aiken's way out of position. So he made the drive. The timing was all wrong, but then stayed there. Need to get out of there, yeah?
Straight away, need to get out.
So just confirming that change, we've been notified. Josh Byron from keeper to the bench. Matt Wheatery has gone from GD to GK, and Taylor Glass in at the GD spots. So New South Wales got a chance to make this 8. 14-6, 8. Big margin for a first quarter.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because I think Queensland came back strong in the middle of that that quarter. So hopefully they can, they can really score a few goals towards the end here and make it a tight contest.
Absolutely. So no, another turnover by Queensland. Just seemed a little bit flat at the moment. Since that timeout, Queensland are the ones that seem to have dropped. I thought you'd probably get a bit of a boost with Byron going off.
Yeah,
Levy.
You would have thought that Queensland were taking the benefit of the doubt there because I don't think New South Wales wanted to call a timeout at all.
Drop ball by Meredith after the intercept by Levy. So, Pillier, the no-look pass.
Tricked his own teammate.
Little footwork call there. So, Meredith's away. Slattery again, intercept number 3 for the quarter. So, having some match. Oh, and our camera's just been cleaned up. Took a fair hit with the ball there. I glance over on producer, he's crying. So, it's only a $4 million camera. I jest, but it is expensive. Another goal to New South Wales. They're doing it with ease at the moment, out by 9, 15-6. So, how's the picture quality there, Mr. Producer? So, yeah, we're all good. Amazing team at BeLive bringing these pictures. They have done an amazing job this week and still a day and a half to go. So, Junior Levy over the top.
Great rebound.
Great timing there by the big man. So, Phil Carter trying to get this front end driving. Stephen Kerr back to Atkins. He needs to probably get more involved, I'd say, the wing attack for Queensland.
Yeah, definitely. I think Slattery's done a good job of keeping him very, very quiet. He's had the time to come down and pick off ball down the transverse line, so I think he has to do more work to keep him accountable. Absolutely.
Well, Carter gets a goal with, we estimate, 30 seconds to go. Queensland centre, they desperately need this. The margin is 8. Opportunity to make it 7. Contact from behind. So there were the calls that Byron wasn't getting caught for. He was able to get up and do it cleaner than the new keeper that's gone in there.
Yeah, I think he's definitely more body on compared to Byron, who just impeccable timing to get up and off the body.
Absolutely. Kerr gets the shot. The timekeeper is up. New South Wales will have to go long. Slattery looks in, finds Lee. Time beats everyone, which is a bonus for Queensland more so than New South Wales. But the first quarter, perfect start for the Blues. They lead 15-8. Paige Hadley, thoughts on the first quarter?
Yeah, I think New South Wales came to play. I think Queensland had their moments, just didn't finish it off. So I think the intensity is there from both sides. I think Queensland need to regroup and bring it into the second quarter. In
good news for the viewers at home, Josh Byron is now, he's had the ankle strapped, his left ankle. He's had it strapped, he's got the shoe back on, and we expect him to return at some stage throughout this match. Those questions and more will be answered soon. We're going to an ad break. We'll be back in about 60 seconds. Stay with us. It's semi-final day here at the 34th Annual Men's and Mixed Netball Championships, coming to you live from the Janea Centre, Sydney Olympic Park in Sydney. My name's Dave Mills for AMNA Live TV. I'm joined in commentary, Sydney Swift superstar, Paige Hadley. Paige, Queensland. I was hoping they'd get out of the blocks quickly. They didn't. New South Wales, quarter-time score 15-8. Injury to Josh Byron. Looks like he's not coming on at half-time, at quarter-time. What have you liked? What haven't you liked so far?
Obviously, I love the scoreline. It's in New South Wales' favour, so I'll enjoy that.
No one likes the Sky.
I'm loving the intensity. I think from both ends. I think the New South Wales end is very obviously focused around Pillay, trying to open up him and be creative in that. And the other end, it's obviously just the height and trying to get over the likes of a Byron. So I'm really enjoying it. I think if the mid-quarters from Queensland can up their work rate and really make the defenders accountable out the front, I think we're in here for a good match.
For New South Wales, I've been impressed by Slattery, 3 intercepts in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's unusual that a win defence takes so many intercepts. They're obviously normally doing the hard work for a keeper or goal defence to come out with intercepts. So
Absolutely. I'm
really enjoying that. And again, I think he needs to make him accountable and stay on his own.
And Eugene Lee's been the perfect foil for the big man.
Oh, definitely. I think he's so creative, and when they double back, he's willing to take the shot. So it's really hard to defend both players.
True. So we've got some changes here. Stephen Philpott, as fate would have it, another Australian player just coming out. He's replacing Packy Jensen at the wing attack spot for New South Wales. And for Queensland, Tristan Rui's come off the bench and he's replaced Caleb Meredith and GD. So Mick Kiker not going to let this just wilter away. He's going to get into it quickly, trying to eat into this lead. Now, the state of play as we speak, this match here is the 1 versus 2. Winner straight through to tomorrow's grand final, 1:45, commentated by Paige Hadley, Michael Hutchins and myself. We're doing a 3-man thing for that one. And the loser was back at 8:15 tonight. They'll be playing the winner of the WA Victoria game. And as we speak, early in the second quarter, it's WA by 2, 17-15. That game is not being live streamed, but we'll keep you up to date with the scores as best we can. But WA, who gave Queensland an all-mother of a scare on day one, 59-58 that game, an absolute cracker. And they look like they're doing the business at the moment on the Vicks. So Vicks, well, Collingwood's in Victoria, so no one likes the Vicks. so
Yeah.
16-9 here at the present. Queensland 1-1 at this stage.
Oh, worth a try. Good change up in the circle there.
Big Lockie Carter gets the ball, that unusual style. The praying mantis gets the
every
ball
time.
in. Yeah, exactly. Doesn't matter how they go in, they say.
I don't know how it's going to be stopped. He's he's a centimetre from the post.
That's it. But Byron did do a good job on him early, with him off with that left ankle injury. We've had the word it isn't serious, but he's maybe not coming back this match after all. We thought he would be, but he might not be. So
good pressure then from Queensland. Force that
Absolutely.
error over the baseline.
Here they go, the Maroons, working the ball through. Now, you're a netballer extraordinaire. Is it better to win the 1-2 and go straight through, or is it better to come from 3-4, or is it better playing the prelim? What do you think?
Oh, there's so many options. Obviously, I know in Suncorp Super Netball, sometimes you don't like having that week off because it's hard to come back from a bye. But obviously, if you win a grand final and it's going into your home territory and you get your fans, you want to go straight through. But I think for these guys, obviously, it'll be a massive benefit to win straight through and have that pretty much 24 hours off and to recover. It's been a big week, so I would say that you want to go straight through.
So I guess the tournament structure is a bit different to a week-to-week transition, where sometimes you might have to wait 14 days for another game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think in this term, you want to go straight through. You want to conceal your spot and make sure you're in that grand final.
Absolutely, we nearly got taken out there by the ball.
No, so you jumped so high.
Back in the 80s, I could jump all right. Getting sledged by Paige Hadley here to a worldwide audience page. I'm very popular in some places. So
they'll be enjoying this, and I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, like diabetes. 17-10 to the Blues. We've played 3. WA extend their lead 19-16 on court 2. Again, we're not live streaming that one, but you'll see the winner of that game playing the loser of this game 8:15 tonight. Sorry, I tell a lie. It's 6:30 tonight. 8:15 tonight. We've got the men's 23 grand final, which will be a cracker as well. So we'll fill you in a bit more once we know where the positions of teams. We'll keep you up to date with the coverage. Of course, you can watch us on our Facebook page or amna.com.au. Click on the live streaming app and enjoy the remaining games.
Oh, great rebound.
Massive rebound there. Just when Queensland were looking like they were turning around, Philpott on the fly in transition.
His speed is incredible.
Philpott, one of the quickest players in the league. He's come through the program, played 23s back in 2013, been a fixture in the Australian side. Then chose not to play for Australia to do his PhD.
Wow.
So he's not quite finished, Dr. Philpott, but he's not far away.
Incredible.
So, and he'll be a guy that makes us call him doctor too. So 18-10.
Oh.
The Blues hitting the ground running now. They've increased intensity. Ormiston tried to get an intercept there. Collected Philpott's head.
The ball speed is just for them all down that attack end at the moment.
It is at the moment. And the circle's kind of being run by Lee at the moment, which is surprising when you got a 7-footer in there, Paige.
Yeah, I think the Queenslanders are both double defending and focusing on PLA, so I think it gives Lee the ability just to create something out the front, which is what he's exactly doing.
Oh, Glassy, the intercept. Magnificent, that. So...
Yeah, Levi apologises. There was a few options in front and he went for that long option that got picked off, but he earns it back.
He does indeed.
Throw it away, you get it back.
Said it once, said it 1,000 times. Levy gets a lot of ball, but his ball release is not quite where it needs to be. Ball distribution is probably his weakness, if he has a weakness. Misread there, but Atkins puts the afterburners on. Carter's down. It's all happening here. We're a bit messy at the moment. New South Wales still lead by 8. Play by 5. It's a 1-point game on the other court, 19-20.
Oh, Levi,
Levi
great
up.
touch.
Oh, and couldn't track it down. Junior Levy, chase that. He's blowing hard, the big man.
Tough job down there trying to stop Pillier.
Oh, an unenviable task. So I'm glad I'm short sometimes. Carter restarts. New South Wales, biggest lead of the match, they're 9. They're on a 4-2 run since the break. Carter steps in. Was that Glassy got the swat? I can't. No, it wasn't. It was Weirtieri got the swat there. Rui a bit late. So Eugene looking rock solid in the GA spot, Paige Hadley.
Yeah, I think he's doing a really good job. Obviously, when he's one-on-one, he's being really creative. He's opening up the space, and he's playing more of that wing attack feeding role, but when he needs to shoot, he's not afraid to go to the post, so it's really hard to stop from Queensland.
Now they involve Patrick Pillier. New South Wales, too many options for Queensland at the moment, 21-10. The margin's 11. We've played nearly 7 in the second quarter. Is it diabolical times for Queensland yet?
Oh, look, 11 goals isn't, it's not unachievable. You can get that back. I think maybe some changes in the midcourt. I'm not sure who's Queensland got, but I would say something mixed up in the midcourt needs to happen.
They're absolutely missing Richie. Like, he's been one of the better players all week. Yeah. He's the gentleman that did his knee and is listed as doubtful. So I don't know if we'll see him.
Yeah.
That was about 2.99 seconds. Stephen Kerr, big smile. He knows it was about 22 seconds. So Phil Carter, New South Wales away. Lee, that man Lee again. Philpott back to Lee. He is definitely running the offense presently. They look in. Back to Lee. Lee will look in. Yes, he does. On cue, Levy gets up. Rui the rebound. Levy, long ball. There's that ball distribution we were just mentioning.
Levi, every time he gets there, that brain part just to go long. He just to go short and get it out of that defensive end.
Well, he's not being helped by the Queenslanders because the WA and GA are going right to the transverse line. And that's a rookie area.
And that brings in Suttery as well, which is why he's got so many turnovers up on their transverse line, which you don't want. You want him to be accountable back here so your players can bring it down.
Absolutely. So let the defensive end bring it to the offensive end.
Yeah, obviously every now and then it opens up and you take the middle drive, but you've got to let it bring it down. Otherwise, things like Suttery are going to pick off ball and pick off.
There you go. Master thoughts from the master player. Obstruction there. Kerr, the shot, magnificent.
That's what they need.
22-12, the margin is 10, 7:30 to play. Slattery combines well with Philpott. Straight into the man mountain of Patrick Pillier. Lee, what will he do? He's got more tricks than a magician at the moment, Patrick Lee. Eugene Lee, sorry. And the shot from Pillier, margin is 11. We have a rule of 11 here in men's netball. If you're up by 11 with 11 to go, it's time to pack the esky because you're done. So
I think the intensity is still there from Queensland, and there's every opportunity. They've just got to finish off at that last post.
I think Atkins has got his timing not right in this game, and that's thrown the offensive end out a little bit.
Definitely. I think there's, you look at New South Wales, there's 3 options you can go to. In the Queensland end, there's literally 1, and if it's covered, they're still throwing it.
And most of the ball distribution is coming through Stephen Kerr, which is happening a lot with Eugene Lee at the other end. But they do have the multiple options. And
he has to obviously shoot, probably shooting a lot of the goals as well, where down the end, obviously, Pillier is there if they need. So would you say the experiment of putting the big man on the big man has worked? I think Levi's done quite a good job. He's had a fair few tips and touches, so I think he's done a good job. It's out the front really working on Lee, because obviously he's not afraid to shoot as well, so you can't just cover Pillier. You've got to cover Lee as well.
So putting your coach's hat on, do you make this now a shootout? Do you just say, bugger it, we're going to put Levi back in the shooting spot, which is his more familiar role, and just say, let's see if we can make it a shootout?
Yeah, look, I would test it and see how it goes for the first 5 minutes of the third quarter or even the end of this quarter, because you never know. Obviously, down there they don't have that big target, which New South Wales have.
Yeah.
So
because Queensland output is definitely, it's not as high when Carter's in there. That's no sledge on Lockie Carter, but the goals just don't flow as easily as they do when Levy's in there. So
which is understandable when the height difference.
Be the same as if you took Big Patrick out of there. Yeah. So exactly. So it's 12 the diff. We've got Queensland down by 12. New South Wales looking like at this stage they might go straight through to tomorrow's GF. On the other court, we have the WA side still hanging tough, 25-23. That's a 3v4 match. The loser is out. They're on the Pepsis, and the winner goes on to play the loser of this game. So as it stands, we would have WA playing Queensland later on today, 6:30 tonight, and New South Wales straight through. Victoria going home. But, of course, we're only in the second quarter, so that can all change. Fingers crossed for me, it'll all change. My prediction of 27 is looking a little shaky.
I just think Queensland need to go up and really defend one-on-one. I feel like they're sitting back and waiting for the attackers to really drive to them. They need to get up and get one-on-one.
So, and Pilier strong in Levy's face, straight to the hoop. That was a magnificent drive. So the margin increases, the biggest of the match, to 13. So Philpott with the obstruction. Ormisham got the ball. Hesitation on the feet, and why wouldn't there be? Paige Hadley gets a touch. Put that down as an assist. Deflection, we'll call it a deflection.
Yeah.
So, and of course she's helping New South Wales. So 4:45 to play. So our time is just slightly out to the official timer. Queensland, not a lot of options at the moment. Kerr goes forward. Looks long. Carter gets the ball. Needs to make sure of this.
And he does.
So still a margin of 2 on the other court. We'll try and keep you up to date as best we can. Eugene Lee is running this offense for New South Wales at Pleasant. Back we go. Slattery with the ball. Eugene Lee. He's not forcing anything, which is really pleasing.
No, but the best thing about him, every time he gets that ball, he looks straight to Pilier to see if he's on. So that's what you want from your.
And if it's not on, he takes a better option.
Yeah.
So that'd be like you and Bassett, wouldn't it? You look in, and if it's not on, kick it back.
Exactly.
So there you go.
You want to go direct straight away, and if you can't, you've got to create something else.
Absolutely. Did you catch the Diamonds game last night?
Yeah, I caught the second half.
They seem to struggle.
Yeah, 90 goals. Is a bit of a
seem to
struggle.
So was it 94-26 in the end or something?
And they got all their combinations on, so. Yeah.
I reckon I might have got a run. Started looking that good last night. So gave Lisa a ring this morning, said I'm available.
What'd you say?
I didn't take my call.
Oh.
Left a voicemail. So, 26-14 here. Queensland in a bit of trouble here. They've only scored 7 in each quarter thus far. Remember, the quarter time score was 15-8. Looks like New South Wales will maintain that sort of 15 per quarter. Queensland need to increase their output. So for a side that's averaging about 60 a game, this is a very disappointing sort of output from Queensland at the present. Long ball across the circle. Great drive by Philpott. Dr. Phil, he'll be known as when he gets the PhD.
How ironic.
We'll get him a TV show. Get your mum to negotiate. So, Eugene Lee. Another. Oh, that was unlucky. That was more in than out.
Commentator's curse.
It just rolled around, didn't it? So, Levy with the throw in. We've got a time call here, I believe.
Yep, New South Wales.
It might be. It is. Liam Forcadella is coming off, and Jensen, is it?
Yep.
Is coming on. So Liam Forcadella in this side, he's the only player that hasn't played for Australia pretty much.
Oh, wow.
And he is an unsung hero on that side. He just goes about his job. To me, he's one of the better players in the team. You don't notice him, which is what you want from your centre, and he just connects the two ends beautifully.
And that's what I loved about Nat Bomberto. She just did her business and connected the defence and the attack, and sometimes you don't always get all the praise.
That's it. So you do from smart coaches, though. So there you
Not
go.
from the commentators, though. They don't really talk about you.
So maybe she didn't have blonde hair. So Atkin looking a bit scratchy. Back to Ormishan. Atkin again. He's trying to get himself involved. Carter couldn't run that one down. Looks a little bit fatigued, Carter, today. So Slattery. I think. So Packy Jensen is on, just confirming at centre. Liam Focadilla is off. Of course, Packy Jensen started at wing attack early. He's been replaced by Philpott, and now he's on at centre. So obviously the coach has total faith in the team to make that sort of change just whenever.
And I think it makes it hard for Queensland. You know, they're bringing in fresh legs in random positions, and obviously Queensland haven't made that many changes, so it'll make it a bit harder for them to adjust.
So the margin is 7 here. 13 here. We have New South Wales 27, approaching half-time, Queensland 14. In the other match, it is half-time, and it's a 1-point thriller with WA 29, Victoria 28. So another turnover by Queensland. So Carter, good hands.
Great hands.
Probably needs to get more involved, Carter, in defence, because he's a tall young lad. So
great drive by Atkins there, top of the circle.
Oh, misread totally. New South Wales run it down. So Carter, Levy gets around but grabs the contact there. Patrick holds the space incredibly well. Yeah,
it's hard. Obviously has a strong base on the ground, so when Levi comes around, he's obviously still got that base there, so pull the contact in that occasion.
Lee misses that one. Queensland in transition. We've got 12 seconds left. I'm not sure if they're aware of the clock.
I don't think they are.
So Kerr needs that ball back quickly. Take the shot to the post. Oh, no.
Gets another go.
Tufa. Carter's got the ball. He's passed off. Carter needs to get it in. And did it count?
Yeah.
Yes, goal counts. Woo, Queensland needed that one. So bit of confidence going into the quarter. We'll take that. But it's all been New South Wales. That quarter was a 12-7 quarter to the Blues to make the total 27-15. Queensland in cruise control. Paige Hadley.
Yeah, definitely. New South Wales are obviously making changes and they're very comfortable. And everyone's going on and is doing their role and doing their job. So for Queensland, I'd say they have to make some changes here. They've got to do something, I think, in the mid-court, or you either put Levi down at one end and have a shootout.
If I'm wearing my coach's hat, I say you've got to make it a shootout. You've got to get Levi down there. Hopefully you get some turnovers in the mid, and you're going to concede goals to Pillier, but you're going to score goals with Levi.
Yeah.
Just noticed then, before we go to the break, the coach went to Byron and he shook his head no. He said no, he's out, so he might not be playing this match. And when you're up by this margin at this stage, probably no need to risk it.
Yeah, exactly. And at this stage, you're probably going to likely to go through the grand final. So
absolutely,
he probably wants to rest it because I know that as a player you want to play.
It hurts me for you to say that, but there will be changes for Queensland. We will be back in 2.5 minutes to see how the second half unfolds. We're still on.
passion, dedication, fun and fitness. What do all these things have in common? These are all the qualities of Game Clothing and our brand ambassadors, professional athletes Laura Langman and Stephanie Wood. Stay up to date with all the latest ambassador and product news at gameclothing.com.au.
Welcome back to major semi-final day here at the 34th Annual Men's and Mixed Netball Championships, coming to you live from the Janea Centre at the Sydney Olympic Park. My name is Dave Mills from the AMNA Live TV. I'm joined in commentary by Paige Hadley from the Sydney Swiss and the Australian Diamonds. Paige, New South Wales dominating 27-15 at half-time. Would you make some changes if you were Queensland?
Oh, most definitely. I think it's obviously breaking down, I would say, in the mid-court and probably the shooting end just to get the goal percentage up. They obviously haven't had enough attempts. So, yeah, I would definitely make some changes.
Well, you've been proven correct, Paige, because we've just been handed the Queensland team sheet. And rather than say what the changes are, we're just going to tell you the new lineup. Lachlan Carter, the shooter. Tristan Rui, the goal attack. Miguel Arafuni at wing attack. The centre is Glenn Ormishan. Phil Carter, the WD. Jake Schuster, the GD. And Lachlan Carter has... Sorry, I said Lachlan Carter, the shooter. It's actually Junior Levy. Lachlan Carter has gone to the goalkeeping spot. So they have switched ends. They've made their big man the shooter. They're going to make it a shootout, fingers crossed. New South Wales have made a couple of changes themselves. Slattery's gone from wing defence to centre. So Jensen's come off. And we've got Valance Horn, one of my favourite players in this competition, former Australian captain, 22 Test veteran, and he is now playing WD. Early turnover to Queensland, good start.
Wing defence was way offside. Carter thought he was still playing centre for Queensland, and he ran down into the wrong goal pit. Horn didn't like it, but it's all right.
We'll take that. So
Horn was the only one that noticed, I think.
So we score the goal. Carter, big smile on his face. Queensland get the goal, 27-17. The margin's 10, 2-0 third quarter. Here we go, the Maroons.
Yeah, good start.
This is just like State of Origin Game 2, I think. Was it? You guys were.
Yeah, I thought we had that.
Yeah. Thank you to the Hayne playing for that one. So, as you know, this is a knockout. Sorry, this is a 1v2 game. Winner goes straight through the grand final. The other game is the knockout. It's currently WA 32, Victoria 31. The margin is 1. They're a little more advanced than us. They're 4 minutes gone in the third quarter. So, just repeating, Josh Byron hasn't returned to the court. He is sitting left ankle strapped. He obviously did some damage in that collision with Carter early in the first quarter. We've been given the thumbs up, but he probably won't take his place in this game again.
Great tip on that one.
Absolutely, Taylor Glassy. So Queensland working hard, trying to get that ball in there. Levy chases this down. Needs to be wary of his ball distribution. Gives it to Rui, drops it. Back to Carter, this time onside. On to Arafuni.
I think Rui needs to get really involved because the double defending Levi now, so he really needs to get involved and go to the post.
Well, Rui, Arafuni and Levy play at the same club in Brisbane Western Districts.
And he was just goal defence, wasn't he?
He was goal defence. He is a very multi-skilled player. Okay. So we've got 3 players that know each other very well. Usually we have this lineup in the game. I'm the coach of that side, and this is a lineup we have quite often. So there's a chance here to eat into this margin. Carter with the contact.
Well, definitely brought the intensity in the third quarter.
Absolutely. It was lulling a bit there in the second, wasn't it?
Yeah. Big lull there, but they've definitely brought it back in the start of this third.
Jake Schuster, one of the Western Districts boys. So, but can't stop Big Patrick, 29-18.
I'm glad I'm commentating and not playing against Pillay today.
Yeah, he means business. so Big Patrick played for Samoa, not last year, the year before, in an international series in New Zealand. Of course, we pick an Australian team for this. They'll be playing the Trans-Tasman in October in Adelaide. So it should be a cracker.
I'm loving that New South Wales have only got 1 over the line. So on the centre pass, they've only got 1 over, so their second phase is quite deep. So Queensland really have to stop that first phase.
We've called time. The ball crashes into the Game Clothing sign. Of course, Game Clothing, major sponsors of this coverage. Our co-sponsors, medals to go, Key Conference, ATPI Sports, and of course our friends at Power Shots Photography. And hopefully soon Pepsi. So come on board, Pepsi. So Mr. Pepsi's listening.
Slattery, another intercept. Is that 4?
He had 3 in the first quarter, none in the second, and that's his first for this one. He's an exceptional athlete, Eugene Lee. So, of course, you've got to name a man of the match at the end of this page. I hope you've got your thinking cap on.
I definitely have.
So, New South Wales have settled after a couple of early ones by Queensland. It's become a shootout again. Just the Queenslanders just look a little gun shy. Like Levy's been open a couple of times there, and they haven't pulled the trigger.
Yeah, I think they're obviously worried about the hops of the 2 New South Wales defenders. But again, he's a big unit. He's going to pull those balls in, so I would just give it.
Yeah, like if your passing technique is on, like surely it should get there. You know what I mean? Even if like we haven't got Byron on, like mind you, having said that, Glassy and Weta area not bad. They've got pretty good hops themselves, but
even if Queensland throw in a fake, so they
get them up early. Yeah, absolutely. So
and they'll open up Levi every time.
Because that's the thing. Like the first option here is if it's on for New South Wales, whereas Queensland are looking at the first option, then going to the second and third, then going back to the first.
Trying to go back to the first.
Yeah. So, touch there by Dr. Phil. That goes out. Stephen Philpott we refer to there. Nice work. So, keeping you up to date. Court 3, knockout semi, open men's, Victoria 34, WA 36. The margin is 2. Are we seeing a ball over on there? Because Victoria, perennial champions, won more titles than anyone else. And this year, fighting for their lives. It's now 37-34 as I speak. So they're fighting for their lives to stay in the competition. New South Wales, on the other hand, are cruising. Jake Schuster, the intercept, put a shoelace on the line. He's out. Philpott with the throw in. Both teams have settled. The margin's maintaining 10. Rui the chance to intercept and does.
Oh, great intercept.
Carter on the drive, transition Queensland. Arafuni doesn't throw the ball, didn't pull the trigger, and does this time. There's Levy.
What a great hold from Levy. Had all the space. Oh, that deserved to be finished. Oh, throw in though. That's very lucky for Queensland there.
Offside call, no throw in. It's those long shoelaces. I keep telling the boys, go to Velcro. So, Rui with a shot. Levy the boards. Yeah, gets enough on it to get it back to Rui. He'll make no mistake this time. Commentator's curse. Levy the rebound.
He makes no mistake.
On the 4th go, Queensland grab it. The margin is 9. They're coming home, the Maroons. We're going to have a thriller here, Paige.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if New South Wales make some changes. Coming very soon, but yeah.
Spoke too soon. New South Wales coach is up. She's excited by that effort.
She'll tell me differently.
I'm devastated. Philpott very wide on that one, giving him plenty of space. Opening up the court beautifully for that man Lee. Done an amazing job. Schuster's into him. Doesn't faze Lee as they get it to Pillier. We've got time called. It must be a bib situation. It is. Carter. Lockie Carter. What do you do with him? There you go. Dressed by Slattery. Pillier waits for Carter to mistime his jump and just rolls it in.
Yeah, unfortunately for Queensland, there was an opportunity there to go within 8 goals. So
back to 10.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye on the other court. 38-35 to the WA side. Nearly scared all their fans in Perth. So Carter taking the correct spot. Nothing to throw to. Drew the foul there, Ormishan on Lee. So as a tactic, you got a big tall keeper. Traditionally the keeper takes a throw in. Would you mix that up? Would you go to the shorter GD and then throw it to the big tall?
Oh, you can mix it up obviously, but if your goalkeeper's going to take it, you want to give them the easiest option possible. Obviously, if you get the first option as goal defence or win defence, you can double play it down. But obviously, yeah, as goalkeepers, tall, lanky, obviously are susceptible to throwing the ball away. So, but I'll just say, you got to give them an easy option. Straight out, right in front, so they can get that ball away and you get going straight away.
So Rui gets the goal. The margin is 9. We've got 6:41 to play. Queensland a chance to make it 8. They haven't been in 8 territory for a little while. It's been double digits for most of the match since the early stages of the second quarter. So, but of course, a missed time turnover there by the Maroons. Court 3 is tightening up. We've got a 1-point margin, 39-38 to the Western Australian side. Remember that game, the winner of that game plays the loser of this one that you're watching right now. That'll be on the TV from tonight, 6:30. Again, don't worry about the comm games. Can't stress how
they're going for a while.
Australia's winning everything, so
no Levi.
Need to watch. Levi couldn't keep it in. That one had a bit too much snow on it for him. So.
Queensland really got to get that one-on-one pressure. I think it's coming down so easy.
Absolutely. Carter the
Great
hold.
swing.
But Eugene Lee working the triangle beautifully.
That's textbook netball there. Swing ball.
Carter the rebound. Must have taken the shot. The shot's been deemed to have taken. There was a penalty called. Carter, that is Phil, struggling. I think
I thought it was an offside.
So Arafuni burning the afterburners down the court. Gets it to Levy, gets the goal. The margin is 8.
And the coach is up.
That's the assistant coach, Davin Hunt, the most passionate man in Queensland netball. He's on his feet trying to get the boys fired up. So, looking...
I think Carter's doing a really good job on Pillay. I think he's actually moving and confusing the feeders of where to put the ball. So it doesn't seem as easy to find him at the moment.
Abby was saying yesterday when we were in commentary in a different game, saying it's all about confusing the space. And that's what you're referring to there, yeah?
Oh, definitely. You know, our keepers obviously sometimes get their head down when, you know, you got a Romelda or a Janelle and the ball's just going over every time. But it's confusing the space for the feeders. That's how you're going to win ball. It's not actually the one-on-one contest. It's actually confusing the balls that goes out to wayward pass. So I think Carter's doing that a lot better in this quarter.
Absolutely. So the moves are working for Queensland. The margin was 12 at half-time. It's now Carter again, the aforementioned Carter, but Slattery came from nowhere to get that ball. I guess that's why some people think he's the best athlete here. And Pillay to finish. And the margin back to 10. Queensland just can't eat into that. They get it to 8 and then they struggle. So
yeah, a few missed opportunities there.
Yeah.
To get within less than 8.
Well, there they get another one, so a little bit sloppy by New South Wales at present page. And the margin on the other game is Vicks now in front, 41-40. Late in the third quarter there, so that game is a cracker. So, no call. We're going with the throw-in off New South Wales. Good call by the umpires. Fair contest there. It's what we like to see in netball. A few more fair contests, Coach Hadley.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, only if it affects play you want a penalty. Otherwise, you let it go.
So, outside the circle.
Offside.
No, inside the circle. Offside call. Yes, you're correct. So there's Lassie's riding Rui like a pony.
He's not happy about that.
He's not.
There's an elbow.
I would have actually thought Lassie was the one who threw the elbow.
Maybe you're telling the umpire that's what he did.
Maybe my eyes aren't as good. This is what I did, umpire. You got me. So the margin is 9. Queensland again. This will be the third time they get a chance to make it 8. Hopefully they grab it, from my perspective. The margin 9 at current. We've got 3 to play. It's 41 all in the other match. We're trying to keep an eye on that for you as well. Junior Levy makes no mistake. This one tightening up. A draw on the other court at present. Slattery gets caught. No, not a short pass. Philpott extends. Will he go through Lee or straight in? Straight into the big man of Patrick Pillier. Obstruction from Carter.
Crowds are swarming in and around that game up there.
Yeah.
Big crowd.
I think a few have sort of written Queensland off here and they're ducking up to that court. That'll get quite noisy shortly. Levy under the hoop. Great pass, great vision.
I really like that.
Yeah, I like that. Margin of 8. Queensland, can they get a couple more back before three-quarter time? Just make New South Wales work a little harder.
I think Lee's been a bit quiet this quarter. He hasn't been as creative for Pillier out the front, so...
And there's the turnover. Carter forcing the error to his brother. Lachlan to Phil. And again, Lachlan to Phil. Ormishan looking down, finds Arafuni. Rui gets the ball.
It's getting close. I wonder if we'll see Byron come back in or not. Is it warming up?
He is now. As you just said that, he got up. So he's trying to run off the ankle. He's gone into the dungeon that we call it down there. So
it's getting close. It's within...
there's the goal. That's 7. Queensland centre net, soon to be 6, I'm telling you, Paige. WA have extended the lead back coming into three-quarter time. They're 44-42 up. So as we stand, they will go on, but there is 15 minutes in that game left. So, Phil Carter settling everyone down. Rui looking for the big man in Levy. Oh, probably shouldn't have taken that shot, Rui. Should have passed off. That's a massive, massive shot, that one.
They needed that one.
They really did.
Pressure on here.
Because scoreboard pressure is the best pressure, correct?
Exactly right. Obviously, you don't want to be chasing. Oh, good tip.
Rui gets his ball back from the missed shot. Spectacular effort.
That's what you want.
That's the courage and commitment Queensland are renowned for, Paige. You see it you see it 3 times a year on the telly. Channel 9. Oh.
Miscommunication.
Arafuni and Levy bumped into each other, dropped the ball. So Arafuni basically pointed to the circle saying, get in the circle, Junior.
That's your home.
That's it. That is your house. Get in there. So always good to see the junior boy telling the senior guy. Carter the swat. Oh, the umpy takes it off him.
Crowd like that one.
I like that one. So, but he was only 2 inches away.
Lee takes the...
Eugene Lee.
He just holds the post. Make sure it gets it.
He probably could have bent it if he wanted to. He's got arms like my thighs. It's unbelievable. He's a strong man. He shook my hand and said, "G'day, Dave."
Time beats him.
And it broke. So that's a turnover, effectively. Queensland, a great quarter. The margin at halftime was 12. They won that one by 4. We've got a New South Wales only added 9 to that one, to Queensland's 13. So we have a margin of 4. A few changes probably on both teams, Paige.
Yeah, I think it's actually quite low scoring. When you've got, big units at either end, I think it's quite a low scoring game. 36 goals in 3 quarters of netball isn't much.
Semi-finals traditionally are a bit more defensive, yeah. So
I would have thought with these two bigs, they would have been up there, especially with Levi coming on, obviously made a difference for Queensland. So I wouldn't expect too many changes in there, and maybe 1 or 2, but I wouldn't expect any. But I think New South Wales will make a few changes, obviously, last quarter.
Well, the Queensland output was 13 that quarter. That's the most they've done. They had an 8 and a 7, now a 13. And ironically, the New South Wales team dropped. They had a 15 or 12 and now a 9. So we'll see what happens in the last quarter, the quarter that will determine who goes straight through to the grand final. And we'll be back in about 90 seconds, they're telling me. So we'll see you then. Bye for now. Welcome back to major semi-final day here at the 34th Annual Men's and Mixed Netball Championships, coming to you live from the Genea Centre in Sydney, part of the Sydney Olympic Park complex. Great games those were in 2000. We are in a 1v2 match, major semi-final. Queensland Open Men's 36, I wish they were actually 28. New South Wales are 36. The winner of this goes straight through the grand final, and they will play the loser. The winner goes straight through. The loser will play the winner of the 3-4 game, which is currently showing WA 45, Victoria 44. Match changes to the Queensland side again, trying to find the right combination that can eat into this lead. I'll go through the lineup. Junior Levy is at shooter. Goal attack is Stephen Kerr. Wing attack is Miguel Arafuni. Centre is Matt Atkins, fairly fresh Matt Atkins. Phil Carter, the WD. Jake Schuster, the GD. And, of course, Lockie Carter, who did an exceptional job. Paige Hadley is the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I thought he did exceptional. You can see him now. He's trying to confuse the space. So he's doing a great job. I think we're in for an interesting last quarter here.
Absolutely. So Queensland got the first centre. The margin is 7. It was 36-28 at three-quarter time. So Cameron's come on for Cameron Powell, that is, has come on for New South Wales at the WA spot, replacing Stephen Philpott. So Tim Ritieri has gone on at WD. GD. Thank you, Paige, for correcting me there. And we have a new goalkeeper for New South Wales as well. We've been handed the changes. It is, we'll just call him Anton. I'll have a crack. Stuart Skijevic. I think that's correct, actually.
We apologise for that.
I make no apologies.
If it was a Queenslander, you would.
Nah, they love me up there. Me, Wally Lewis, Alan Border.
Gordon Tallis.
Oh, Gordy.
Yeah.
Used to go to the same physio as Gordy. There you go. So, hello, Big Gordon. Sure you're watching. So we digress again. Queensland fighting hard. They got the margin to 7. New South Wales still in cruise control a little bit. 38-31. They're thinking about tomorrow. So this is an opportunity of Queensland to sneak a victory in here. Yeah,
definitely. I think they've obviously made changes just to get combinations out there and rest legs. But as you said, 7 goals is nothing in netball. So New South Wales still have to stick to their guns.
Of course, the coverage is brought to you today by Game Clothing, our major sponsor, signed on for multiple year deal. We're very appreciative to them. And of course, our co-sponsors, Medals to Go, Key Conference, ATBI, PI Sports Events, and Power Shots Photography. New South Wales, ball just outside the circle. Back to that man, Lee. Passes off this time. Finds a big man. Draws the obstruction by stepping in. And finishes with a goal. So the margin is back to 8. Queensland just can't seem to make significant inroads to that. They're currently sitting in, again, miscommunication between Levy and Arafuni. We saw a bit of that in the third quarter.
I think, for Queensland, this second half has been obviously of higher intensity, though. So going into tomorrow, I think, obviously, these players have really earned their spot on court. Well,
for those that haven't caught up with the results, New South Wales have gone through undefeated. They played Queensland twice. First time was 54-43. Only won one quarter, mind you, but it was the one that mattered. And the second time they played was 59-45, and that was last night. Actually, only about 18 hours ago. So that game really didn't have any bearing. So Pilio hits the deck.
Got a throw in, Queensland.
So this is their chance. They can make this 7. Queensland centre next to be 6. Put a little bit of doubt in the New South Wales minds. The defending champions won the title for the first time last year in 11 years.
That's crazy.
It is. It's been a while.
So Victoria is normally the dominant force?
I take exception to that, Paige Hadley.
Well, you said they had won the most titles.
True. The one before that was won by Victoria. The 2 before that was Queensland. And the 600 before that was Victoria. So Queensland, we won for the first time in 2014, and that was our first title since 1999. So we had to wait a long time.
Oh, turnover here again.
Great turnover by Queensland.
To get within 6.
And the crowd's going nuts up there. It's 48 all in the knockout semi. If my eyes alert me, it's 9:45 to play. Sorry, 9:13 to play, 48 all. So there's some match going on there.
Here come Queensland.
They've scored 6. The Maroons are coming home. The Vics are coming home. We're in for some exciting netball in the next couple of hours. Stephen Kerr, he will look long and does. Finds Levy, makes sure. No, he misses.
Rebound. Mistimed jump there,
But young Anton couldn't get the ball. So the margin is 5. We have not been in this sort of territory since the first quarter.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if New South Wales make some more changes.
Looking at the bench, Byron is sitting down again, so it won't be him. Obviously, that ankle is a little bit more serious than they're telling us. Still 48 all in the other game. The winner of that plays the loser of this. And that'll be at 6:30 tonight on this channel. Commentated by myself and either Josh Byron from New South Wales or Junior Levy, depending on this result. So, settling goal there from New South Wales stops the Queensland 3-goal run. Atkins, we haven't seen him much in this tournament, has carrying a couple of injuries. Finds Kerr. Arafuni, the pace of Arafuni gets the ball, looking for Levy, throws it in, throws from low down, so the trajectory of the pass not ideal. Should have got his arms up, Paige Hadley.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to throw from there, especially if it's a big, tall hands over. It's really hard to traject that pass
Absolutely.
correctly. But yeah, they're back within 5, so it's anyone's game now.
No, just Queensland. Here they come. Thought we had a turnover then.
I'm a bit nervous, so...
He should be Paige Hadley. Same again, around May, June, July. You should be nervous. So.
Oh, no.
He's just... Must have just gone, no, contact call.
Contact.
So.
Unlucky there by Pilier.
Atkin to Carter, he drops it. Kerr runs it down, he can't.
Good pressure by Slattery there.
Slattery,
made him second guess.
The intercept king. In the other game, it's Vicks by 2.
Oh, Anton with a foot on the line,
Incorrect throw in. We call them coach killers.
I'm going to say they're going to probably call a timeout. I'm going to call in the next few minutes.
The big ball in, straight into Levy, makes sure of it. We've got a game on our hands, Paige Hadley, for the margin, 40-36,
Come
Queensland
on,
Centre.
New South Wales.
Paige Hadley starts cheering. So, nothing like impartial commentary. So,
double teaming Levi now, trying to...
That's where Kerr needs to get in. He's a smart man. He's been the GA in the 2 championship victory. Anton goes down. Levy shows him no sympathy.
Levy
slams it
steps
down.
On him.
The margin is 3. The benches are up. Here we come. The other game is a 2-point thriller to the Vicks, 50-48, 8:22 to play. Byron warming up for New South Wales.
As we said, finals is a whole different ball game.
Bit of pressure. I'm goosebumping up here.
I'm nervous. I don't want them to hear that I'm nervous.
Hadley's nervous. Mills is goosing up. We've got it all happening. Pillay lean into the Carter. Carter leaning back as well. He wants the ball. Carter couldn't get it. Pillay doesn't go to the hoop. Kicks it out to Lee.
Unusual.
Cameron Powell. Oh, the magnificent little shuffle. We call that the Millsy shuffle. Magnificent. Lee passes off now.
Pillay.
Got flattened by Jake Schuster.
On the ground.
Gives him a pat on the arm, but probably that was a fake apology, I feel. So Schuster, of course, plays rugby. So for one of the Brisbane clubs up, I think it's Sunnybank up in Queensland. Carter stepped in and swatted.
Unlucky.
Oh, contact call.
Anton's got a timeout.
Timeout, Anton. Byron back. New South Wales in panic mode.
That's what we want to see. So waited all game for this.
Byron is back on Junior Levy. Cameron Powell is off. Hasn't really worked at wing attack. The changes are coming thick and fast. We've changed the ball even. So
sweaty.
Bit of sweat, yeah. Must be from us. So Powell sits down. Can Queensland maintain this incredible pressure that they're putting on the New South Wales side? They're up by 4. Byron struggling to move. Goes up. He is struggling with that left ankle.
Levi tells him he's here. Here to play.
And make sure of it. So the margin is 3. Queensland coming home with a wet sail. Currently in the other court, the margin is 2. The Vicks up by 2, 51-49, 4:40 to play. Arafuni offside. The Queensland bench is gone electric. Coach Kiker is not happy. He's thrown the clipboard. So this game has got everything.
That was a fair call.
Eugene has been taking these shots all match. Will he continue? He does. He's got ice running through the veins. Straight to the hoop. Nothing but net. Paige Hadley, what are you thinking?
Oh, it's intense. I think the pressure's on New South Wales now. Obviously, Queensland have got nothing to lose. They've come from 10 or more down. So, and a target like Levi at the back there, they're going to score goals.
They never say die, the Queenslanders. Junior Levy makes the margin 3. 5:36 to play. can Queensland. Stephen Kerr, the veteran of the side, gets his hands in. Jensen, Jensen has flattened Carter. Accidentally, I'll throw it in there, but...
I don't know about that, Queenslanders, accidentally.
Yeah, of course. Atkins straight to. Byron is struggling. He can't get up. He cannot get up. The injury is more serious than we realised. So this is huge. Sure. Queensland down by 2. Paige Hadley, you must be nervous now.
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously with Byron not being able to really get up and use his assets, I think it's going to be tough.
Oh, Levy tapped that down to Kerr. Kerr back to Levy. Byron making him jump. Probably a smart tactic.
Yeah, I'm
just confirming those changes. Anton is off. Josh Byron back on at keeper. Powell off and Packy Jensen at WA. We're 1 point thrilling game here. We've got a 1 point thrilling game at the other way, but it's now WA 52, Queensland 51. I can't tell you what's happening here. Atkins shoves Forcadella. Big man. Telling you people, we have got 2 absolute classics going on at the moment. 52 all in the other knockout game. This game, winner straight through, losers back at 6:30 tonight to play the winner of the knockout game, which is 52 all as we speak. Here we go, Stephen Kerr, the experience. Atkin throws it in. Byron is on one leg. There is no doubt he's on one leg. So risking a bit more serious injury here. This injury is more serious than we were led to believe early. Stephen Kerr, renowned for that one. Levy's up on the transverse.
Jensen.
They're looking in for the big man. They want to get it to him. They do. Carter, he got shoved there. Umpire missed it. Air ball by Carter. No, it's Queensland's ball.
That was unlucky.
3:48 to play. She got him for the contact.
I was unlucky.
Umpire Renee Marshall, the big call.
I know.
Had the courage to make it.
That was really unlucky call there.
Flash scores.
50, 2 hands on it.
53 all in the other game. Sorry to cut you off there, Paige.
I know. 2 hands on it.
Oh, she's not happy with the call. Paige Hadley's from the Sydney Swifts. Bleeding blue here.
Slattery.
Good Slattery, the intercept king. He's got 5 for the match. That would have been 6. So I can just see through. It looks like WO in possession. They're inside 2 minutes on that court. Got to have the courage to throw it to Levy. They do this time. Levy, sensational. Refeeds. The ball's up. He gets it.
2-on-1, he gets it.
We're tied up. We're at 43 all. Queensland have come from 12, 27-15 at halftime. Timeout here. It's just a time so we don't waste time. Queensland Centre, can they take advantage of this? This would be one of their more famous wins.
I think Atkins has really come into this last quarter.
Absolutely. He's been a little bit missing. We were talking about him at WA. We didn't look good. Levy for the lead. He does it. Queensland by 1, 44-43. We've called time again. I still don't understand why we do it in the last 2 minutes, but not the first 58.
I was actually going to say that. Why we call time for the last 2 minutes?
In the other game, we're inside a minute. It's 53 all. Vicks have just scored. 45 seconds to go. Vicks by 1. Queensland by 1 here. Men's netball at its finest. Schuster, did he get it? He did not. Eugene Lee, that is surprising. You would have thought Pillay would take that. But Lee, like a rock, he's got ice going through those veins. 2:12 to play. We're 44 all. Atkins steps in. Queensland don't want to blow it here. They've worked so hard to tie it up. The winner gets a game off. What a save. What a save by Arafuni. His speed was electric. Paige Hadley, you must be impressed with that, being a wing attack yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Acrobatics out there.
What a save.
And
good
obviously
backup.
Atkins there was right there for the backup, so that's what you want to see.
Great teamwork. Queen Levy's coming into his own, showing why he is the best player in the world. We've got a margin of 2, not long to go in the other game. It's Victoria up by 2. And it's all over. Victoria have got up. No! Schuster got the intercept. Carter took it off him and knocked it out. Queensland. Killing me. Paige Hadley, we've got a game on our hands.
Yeah, the coach is calling keep driving from the New South Wales team up this end. So they've gone a bit stagnant in this last minute.
So just repeating, Victoria are through. They'll be playing tonight. Who will they play? It's 44 all here. Arafuni getting belted. Obstruction call. on Jensen. Queensland into the big man.
Oh,
She called him for pushing off. This is critical. Can Queensland get it here? We're 45. Carter nearly had a chance. Control.
They're playing it around, but you want to score here.
Lachlan Carter trying to confuse the space. He's on the lean.
Leaning.
Jake Schuster. Short pass, surely. No?
Oh,
Carter. Footwork.
Out.
He misses. He misses.
Call.
But we've got a contact
Called
call.
against him. Unlucky there. New South Wales centre pass. We've got one
Queensland.
goal, is it, or draw?
No,
one
it's a goal. 46-45. The margin is 1. 22 to play. Eugene Lee calling players forward. They're going backwards. They're using the clock.
Now.
Queensland needs to man up.
10 seconds on the clock.
Oh, there it is. Pillier. He's a long
4
way
seconds.
Schuster with the turnover.
1.
Obstruction. Don't call it. Oh, no. The umpire's up. The timer's up.
Beat by the clock on this occasion.
Unbelievable game. I'm sitting down now, Paige. I'm lost.
If I was Queensland, I'd be very disappointed. They definitely had that in the last minute of that play.
Controversial push-off call. Junior Levy, I'm not sure. I'm not there. The umpire right in front of it. Paige, how did you see that call down that end?
Yeah, look, I'm with you. I guess he was doing that all game, so it's really hard to judge. You're obviously not in that umpire's position, but I guess one went either end, so
absolutely.
Balance it out.
The game looked like drifting at half-time where the margin was 12 and we thought it was going to be just New South Wales in a canter. And then all of a sudden, Queensland made some changes at half-time, come to life and brought that game back to, and they led by 1 at one stage there, or twice. Actually, they led by 1.
If Queensland can back up tonight and get back in the grand final, we're in for an absolute cracker tomorrow.
Well, you'd have to say they're the 2 best teams here. So, it's if they can get through Victoria, who'll be on a bit of a high. They came from behind as well. So they got over Western Australia. So all goes well for tonight. 6:30. Paige, what are you doing? I hope you got the telly on.
Yeah,
you're working, don't you? You got another job somewhere?
I'll be tuning in.
I hope you do. Have your phone going wherever that other job is. So, we'll take a breath here. We're going to take some ads and we're going to come back. And Paige Hadley has the unenviable task of picking the man of the match.
Grand final, how are you guys feeling?
Yeah, really good, really good. We wanted to have the break, rest the bodies and come in fresh for the grand final, so it's good.
So obviously up by 12 at half time, Queensland really fought back in that second half, and at the last minute they were 1 goal up. So what do you take into tomorrow and what do you have to learn from that?
I think we just can't switch off. We had a bit of a lull in that third. We didn't really stick to our game plan, so I think we need to stick to our game plan, hard to the ball and just execute.
And do you have a preference, Queensland or Victoria tomorrow? Do you have a preference of who you're going to come up against?
Not really. Both are going to come out hard at us. Both have slightly different game styles, so whoever we have, we're just going to have to work it out on the day.
And I thought you were exceptional. You had 3 intercepts in the first quarter. Obviously had a little bit of lull in the middle, but came back strong. So really good performance. Were you happy with your own individual performance?
Yeah, again, I thought I had a really strong half. Centre sort of threw me a little bit, but then I sort of started to get it back. So
well, I thought you were exceptional. That's why I named you MVP. So congratulations and good luck tomorrow. I'll see you again tomorrow. Back to Dave with match highlights.
Ooh, match highlights. We don't have that page, but absolutely, that was an incredible match. We said it was drifting there at some stage, but Queensland, with their courage that they always show, have fought, and they managed to get the margin back to even and then actually took the lead. That was some game. So just to bring all the fans up to date, we had Victoria beat WA by 2. So that puts them into the majors, the preliminary final against the Queensland side you just saw. That match, this channel, 6:30 tonight. So make sure you're watching that. So, Paige, an incredible game. We wanted to show you a good game of men's netball, and that's one of the best.
That was exceptional. Obviously, one goal. I did not think it was going to get that close, but I'm hoping tomorrow is just exactly the same.
Absolutely. For the fans at home, Paige is back for us tomorrow. The grand final from 1:45. We know half the equation. New South Wales are in. I'm hoping it's Queensland tonight that gets through, but we never know. Victoria, they are a great side. You never underestimate the Victorians, even though we don't like Collingwood. Paige, thank you very much for your attendance today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Coming from this channel next, we have a men's reserves game between South Australia and New South Wales. Stay tuned for that in about 15 minutes. Bye for now.